It's a start.
Oh, this is a bop it, by the way.
Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it.
I always noticed he looked good in the corner, so that's gonna be my little guy. Little guy in the corner.
Start.
So, doing the valve cover today because I figured out it wasn't actually the gasket on this guy. The valve cover is actually cracked, I'm pretty sure, and it's leaking. So I have it's running a code for like a air intake leak or something, or a boost leak. There's a really loud hissing. So this guy's gonna be replaced. I have this guy, just painted it because I wanted to add a little color in the engine bay. So we throw this red guy on there. The paint job kind of looks like shit on it, but I don't really care. It was a really cheap valve cover, so it was like 50 bucks off eBay. So we're just gonna get cracking on it. That looks like a massive exhaust leak. So when I did the downpipe, this is my first time taking off the heat shield. I'm gonna start it and see. But this guy, the gasket's like half missing. Wiring's all off around it. So now there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the ones I'm going to keep track of because they're a little bit different length. Long ones to the far right. I lost count. Taking a look at the inside. Yeah, everything looks healthy in here, as far as I can see. Yeah, we're chilling. So now it's just pretty much putting the new guy on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't like fully research because most cars don't have pressurized valve covers because they're not turbo. But when they're turboed, they do have head pressure. Which then transfers into the valve cover. Typically, it's not like a lot, obviously, but there is like blow by and stuff, and that's why you have a catch can to catch all that shit from going in your intake and stuff, like blowing out everywhere. I've turbocharged a non-turbo car before and had that issue. Learning about like the PCV valve and stuff, I did an E21 BMW. I don't remember which engine it was, but we threw a turb ski on it and it was having, first time I drove it, lifted the hood up. Actually, I don't even know if we had a hood on it, and we just drove it. Oil just flew everywhere on my glass because it was too pressurized, and we didn't actually do anything about that. But yeah, no, I'm excited to build this little engine up for this summer once I get the Mazda going. It's gonna be fun. It'll be a fast little car. Cool, and then all the bolts just go back on. I'm gonna look up the torque spec for this real quick. Quick Google search, we're going to his whole 7 pounds. A whopping 7. Well, it's 7.3 if we're being specific. Alright, now we're getting the torque around. So I'm gonna start over here. Go on here. So there. I'm gonna go this way. Clockwise. Alright, so from my Google search, this is the PCV valve in the back. It had that red plug in it. This guy. Which I guess you're just supposed to remove when you install it. So I'm just going to leave it unplugged, I guess. But the other issue is it's hitting my intake box. Right here. So I'm just going to start it and see if that'll get rid of my issue with that noise, but everything else is hooked up correctly other than this guy. And then we're gonna see. So we got rid of that leak, but this exhaust leak is pretty bad. This leak in the valve cover is gone though. Idle's kind of wacky. I probably have to drive it a little bit. But yeah, this exhaust leak is pretty, pretty gnarly. Well, so I was looking at that gasket, and down there, I'm just missing a bolt. A bolt came out of my downpipe. So I'm gonna have to get a new bolt and gasket, but I don't know how that would have fucking fallen out. A little concerning, but okay.
BaxterAutoParts.com. Because of the personal attention given to every caller.
Sorry about the wait, this Caleb.
Hey, I was just wondering if you guys had a downpipe gasket for a Mini Cooper.
Oh, what is it?
A downpipe gasket, exhaust gasket.
Right. What year's the Cooper?
2007.
I don't have it. It comes as a set.
Oh, it does.
My warehouse doesn't have it either.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Alright, so the only reason I'm doing this is because I'd have to get under the car to like loosen the downpipe, pull it out. This was a huge pain in the ass to get in, so I'm simply not gonna fuck with it. And I'm gonna pull these studs out. Well, that was the biggest pain in the ass, but I finally broke this goddamn bolt loose. Oh, I swear to God, if this doesn't come out now. I just put all the bolts in. It's a waste of time. Sweet. So there's that. And now I'm gonna go get some bolts and some shit. Oh! Alright. I didn't actually finish the video with the Mini Cooper. I did. So I went and go find a gasket. They don't sell them anymore. They're like back ordered or something at Baxter's for some weird reason, which means they just don't make them anymore. So I ended up just making one. I had the ring, you know, so like, you know how there's like the metal, there's like ceramic and then metal for the gasket that came with the downpipe. One of my bolts fell out of the downpipe, and that's why the gasket kind of blew out and just completely fell out. Like the stud just unthreaded itself, fell out. Downpipe was wobbling. So I took all the studs out and actually just put bolts because I hate studs. And I just put bolts. That's just how I work. I like it better. It's easier to get to, less of a pain in the ass. There's probably a reason they use studs, but I don't care. I use studs, not studs. I use bolts. But so I got it all back together. I literally had I had that one little piece of metal. So there's two pieces in the middle ceramic. I had one of the pieces off of the gasket, and then I literally just took tin foil and folded it and made a little like ring that goes around, and then I literally just bolted that up, and there's not a single leak coming out of it. So that's gonna do for now until I could actually get an actual gasket. But for now, that'll be what it is. Everything seemed fine. I don't actually know if I needed to get the valve cover. I realized as soon as I swapped the other one, there was a leak coming from a similar area, but I don't fully know because I felt the valve cover and I could definitely tell there was suction coming from it. So it might have also been leaking, but coincidence, I don't know. The crankcase ventilation tube, PCV valve tube that connects to the valve cover, goes down, back, and then connects somewhere behind the engine under the intake. But that actually cracked. I think it was cracked, and that's where some of the noise was coming from before, and then it fully just broke as I was working on the other one. So I kind of just deleted it. I didn't film any of this. I deleted it and kind of blocked both ends, because with that cracked, it has a shit idle, and what was the other thing? Shit idle, and it just didn't run correctly because there's a vacuum leak. So I just plugged both of those. There is actually a delete kit that goes in place of where it plugs into the valve cover. I'm not going to get that. I'm just going to get caps for both ends and cap it off at some point soon. And then I'll probably pull the other hose connected to the valve cover off of the catch can, because now it's technically just fucking throwing all the circulated vapor oil into the turbo. So I need to take one of those hoses off and then put a breather on it, I'm pretty sure. And then on another note, I got a new graphics card. I finally just picked it up. I've had it forever. It's been at my parents' house, but I just haven't had the time to grab it. It's a GTX 1060 Turbo. It's better than the one I have. I used to run one of these on like a normal computer. It's a stock shit HP desktop, and I was running like triple screens, Rainbow Six, almost max graphics, no problem, no lag. So this is a pretty solid graphics card, but as of today, it is super dated because there's like 3080s now or something. Hopefully this is filming. I'm just gonna double check. I got everything set up in here again. Finally, everything, I reorganized all my wires, tucked all my wires, got everything set up to one power strip, and I'm gonna have to run some sort of power over here because there's these panels block an outlet like right here. Exactly where my other one was, actually, in the other room. But I didn't lift up the boards high enough to put it, and I think it just looks better. And the other one is blocked by some other stuff, so it's getting there. I ordered my let's see. So on Facebook, there was a HKS manifold, exhaust manifold for 1JZ non-VVTi, and it's been on there for a while. It was a full kit, like a big turbo Garrett kit for like $1,800 for everything. And the people never bought the wastegate or manifold, I guess. They just wanted the nice Garrett turbo. I bought the manifold from them and a wastegate, and I looked up the wastegate. She sold it to me for $100, and they're selling on eBay. It's like a rare wastegate and they're selling on eBay for like $500. So I got that. The manifold's gonna have to be modified because it's So I looked it up. It is an HKS manifold, but it looks like they re-welded all the seams, like because there was a leak or something, and whoever welded it did a shit job. So I'm actually gonna open the box and see if I just got ripped off or if it actually came. So I ordered it. I didn't order it. I bought it a few days ago, and they shipped it to me. I just PayPal them. Hold on, let me make sure this is in frame. So I just PayPal them, got it. It's 300 bucks for wastegate and manifold. We will see if I got scammed or if it actually came. But anyways, the manifold's gonna have to be modified regardless because the collector is kind of like the wastegate's piping is going the wrong way, wrong direction that I need it to be. So, I mean, for $200 though, I could have it modified. This thing's kind of beat to shit. Old parts, you can tell that they were heavily used parts. I can't remember what brand, but there, I'll get like a close-up of these in a second. There's the wastegate. Ooh. Here is the manifold. Actually not terrible. It looked way worse in the pictures. It looks like they just welded the seams. God, my ISO's all wacky right now. I had my ND filter like halfway on, like halfway up. But so they pretty much, let me see. But yeah, some of the welds are actually quality, and then you can see here, like where they welded, it looks like they were just trying to fix some leaks. So I don't know if that was HKS's fault. If that, there's no way that is an HKS weld. That's a horrid weld. It's not HKS, it's Greddy. It's a Greddy manifold, which is pretty sick. So yeah, so pretty much where it's at, I mean, maybe it'll fit, I don't know. But pretty much in the car, it's gonna be sitting like this, looking at the car. Depending on if there's room to where the wastegate's gonna be sitting. Toward the front, it might work. Actually, I'm just gonna see if it'll fit. Well, it definitely doesn't fit with where the room I'm working with, because the wastegate comes out front. And yeah, she's gonna be a little tough one. I'm wondering if they did the different collector on here to fit a different turbo, because I'm gonna be running a different flange for sure. So it's probably just gonna be cut off, do the wastegate probably just down, like almost straight down possibly, I don't know, but it's gonna be cut up, new collector, make it fit. That whole down pipe for the wastegate has to come off. Well, I hope that was focusing correctly that whole time. I noticed last video was hunting a whole lot, but because I was trying a new focus setting. It's like adaptive flexible spot or something. So it kind of like, I thought it was gonna be better, but it's obviously way worse. Maybe it was Greddy the whole time and I just was saying HKS, because it was HKS something. Maybe it was HKS wastegate. Greddy 1GZ, sauce manifold. Yeah. Now that is the one. I wonder if that was for a stock turbo option. It's a really weird flange. It's a 3-bolt, small Terpski. So I'm gonna go like T3, T4, but 200 bucks, I'll do that. Still cheaper than I was gonna spend 500 on like a cheap one and then modify it. So I'm already kind of ahead because I got this one for 200, decent quality. I mean, good quality except for what they fucking did. I don't know why they would try to do. Whoever re-welded that did such a bad job on it. I could spend a lot more. I'm not expecting to spend a whole lot to do the custom collector and stuff. But I don't know, I guess we'll see when we get there. I'll contact some exhaust shops and see what they are thinking, because they might have to like come out here and mock something up in the engine bay, if they even do that, to make sure it fits. It is tight. It is really tight in there. Yeah, that's what I'm working with in here. New stuff, some old stuff. We're getting there. The 1JZ harness. I don't know. I don't think I've got an email of when it'll get here, but I think it said 1 to 2 weeks ships. So I'm still a few weeks away, I'm pretty sure, until I receive it. Until then, I'm just gonna be doing things here and there on it. We'll see. I post every Wednesday, typically. You know, this one might not come out on Wednesday. We'll see. I'm doing this one really late. Yeah. Thanks for watching.